Chicken and dumplings is one of the most quintessential Southern comfort foods of all time. To know it is to love it. But do you know how to make it? I'm showing you how to make chicken and dumplings from scratch, grandma style. I'm starting by cooking our chicken and making the flavorful broth all in one step. Just chop up a couple onions and a few stalks of celery. This is not my recipe, but it is one of our highest rated chicken and dumpling recipes, so I'm not gonna question this process. I can already tell this is gonna have so much flavor. We're starting by making the broth and cooking the chicken all in one pot. To that, I'm adding in a quart of store-bought chicken stock or just pre-made chicken stock. And then I'm going in with about 7 pounds of cut up chicken. I just went ahead and purchased the breast and the thighs. They're just the easiest to handle. To that, I'm gonna add a couple teaspoons of salt. Once that comes to a simmer, I'm gonna keep it on about medium-low and put the lid on, just kind of slant it off to the side so it's partially covered, and then just cook it until the meat is cooked through and tender, about 20 minutes. Now it's time for the dumplings. You gotta say dumplings, okay? It just makes the whole experience taste even better. It starts by cracking 1 egg and mixing that with a little milk. Mix that together, add in our flour, baking powder, that's gonna help these get nice and fluffy, and then a little bit of salt. Get all that mixed in together. And then you wanna get some cold butter dispersed through this dough. Sometimes when I've made it, I've kind of cut some shortening into the flour mixture before adding your wet ingredients. That might blend a little better, but a trick I have for cutting that butter in is to grate it and then just kind of fold it in. And then finally, I'm going to stir in a little bit of fresh chopped parsley. I love the way it kind of brings in a little bit of freshness and color. Once that chicken is mostly cooked through and tender, I'm just gonna dollop these dumplings right on the top and cover it and let it cook for another 10 minutes. And the steam and the liquid is all gonna cook this mixture into pillowy bites of it. At this point, you want to fully cover the pot so that all of that steam is trapped in there and really cooks the dumplings all the way around. Let it go about 10 minutes. Get ready. Pillows! These are gonna be the perfect vessel to sop up that creamy, delicious, comforting gravy. So I'm gonna pull these out and keep them separate. Do yourself a favor and double the dumpling part of this recipe. It's a whole lot of chicken for only 6 dumplings. And now I'm gonna remove the chicken, shred it from the bone. Now all of this goodness left in the bottom of the pot is our liquid gold that we're gonna turn into that thick, gravy-like consistency that we love in our chicken and dumplings. So I'm gonna strain out all of the onions and celery and any little remnants of chicken left. You're gonna wanna press out the vegetables just to get any liquid remaining. I mean, look, it's even the color of gold. When I tell you liquid gold, I mean it. This goes back into our pot, and then I'm gonna thicken it up. So I've just got about a cup of water. Into that, I'm adding in some flour, and then whisk that together until it's really smooth. And now it all just comes together. I'm gonna whisk this into our stock. I'm gonna bring that up to a simmer. This is that nice, thick gravy. This is what you want when it coats that spoon really well. It's nice and velvety smooth. Add in the chicken. I'm giving the chicken a good stir because once you add the dumplings back in, you don't want to break them up by stirring too much. Now I'm gonna place my dumplings back in. Looks to me like chicken and dumpling perfection. Steamy goodness right here. I wish y'all were here right now. I don't know that you can fully appreciate this until you make it yourself. A little more parsley and some pepper. That's what I'm talking about. The perfect bite is a little bit of dumpling, a little bit of chicken, smothered in the gravy. This recipe is an absolute must try, and when you do, don't forget to tag me. Also, let me know what other comfort classics you want me to teach you how to make next. Now get cooking. Chicken and dumplings from scratch, grandma style. And no, I'm not a grandma yet. Yet. For a long, long time.